Hello, guys. Thank you very much for joining in. Hi, this is Ganesh Naik. I help finance professionals and students to excel in their career. And I also help CFA and FRM students to clear their exam in the first attempt. And this video is a part of my discussions with my students who have cleared the exams to understand and help others to understand primarily how they have been able to clear the exam, what are the challenges that they have faced, the problems, the issues, and how they have been able to clear in the first attempt primarily. So today on this discussion, primarily today we have with us Ishita Shah, and she's going to help us with her journey, her challenges that she has met. She's also working professional, so how she was able to manage time and complete the exam. So thank you very much for joining, Ishita, and thank you very much for taking out time today and having a discussion with us. Thank you very much for joining.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. And so for the benefit of the audience, before you decided to go for the FRM exam, what was your status? In the sense, what were you doing? How many years of work experience you had?
So, basically, I completed my engineering, and then I had 1 year of experience as a software engineer, and then I did my MBA. But after doing my MBA, I did not get a proper core or in a finance role. So I got a business analyst role, which also has technical plus functional knowledge. So that is how that is the main reason I wanted to do FRM also.
Okay.
So that is then I had 2 years of work experience, the current work experience which I am having as a business analyst, and then I joined you for FRM.
Perfect. So you had engineering, MBA plus 3 years of total experience, and then you went for the FRM exam. Now, when you decided, you picked up the book, you got the Schweitzer books and all. Did you realize that any particular book is connected to your background, or for example, your MBA or anything, any particular book you found easy or difficult? So what was that thought?
Yes. So for me, frankly, it book apart from book one, I would say things were quite manageable, because if you see, book two is quants, and quants has concepts of somewhere about engineering plus MBA. So we the probability topic we have been studying from a long time now. It's like it was there in 10th, it was there in my CET for engineering entrance, then in engineering itself, and then also in the MBA entrance. So we have done probability a lot of times. So quants basically was manageable because of this reason. Few of the topics were repeated, and few which were not repeated were manageable because of the other basics were clear. And if you see, book three was also manageable because it was repeated. Like in MBA, we had all these topics, swaps and futures, forwards, everything we had, derivatives we had in MBA. And book four, book four was a little in depth. We had these few topics in MBA, but it was not in such depth, I would say. It was just one para or one chapter, maybe the whole thing. So that was one thing which was a little more in depth, so new, but manageable. And book one was quite kind of very different, and it was theory. So I am not that great in theory. So it was difficult for me in book one for sure.
And when did you join our institute?
I joined in somewhere in January. Second week, I guess. First or second week.
And you appeared for the July exam and you cleared the exam in the
July, yes.
Now, when you started the preparation in January, how many hours you were dedicating at the starting phase?
So for frankly speaking, I could not be more consistent this time because of all personal things going on. So in January, I was quite consistent because that was the starting. So I was very motivated and all. So January, I used to give almost every day 1 or 2 hours minimum. And weekends, there were classes. Plus, I used to do revision on weekends of what I have done in the week. So that way, January was manageable. And again, this good graph fell in February, almost 2 weeks. I did not have time because of personal families, things like there were get-togethers and there was some or the other thing going on in the personal space. So that was the reason I could not do much in February. Like February, 15 days went like just without touching books.
Okay.
So my graph has remained always up and down.
Okay. And when was the time when you completed your entire one reading of the book from Swagel?
So entire one reading, I would say majority topics May end I had completed. Still when I say May end, there were few topics like banks, insurance, those few topics I remember were still left, and I still remember that was the time when I had spoken to you and you had told me that you have to buck up or you have to defer. And I was in no state to defer, so I motivated myself so much that I could clear it with quartile 1.
And so you were solving my question back, right? So primarily by May end, how many chapters on an average in terms of percentage you were able to solve, you would have done solving the question back?
So by May end, I think almost say book 3, I had completed everything apart from first 3 chapters, I remember. Book 2, I had completed everything apart from time series. And book 4, I had completed the VAR portion, the first 3 or 4 chapters, that is.
Okay.
So this many chapters I'm sure I had completed, and book 1, few chapters.
So almost 30 chapters, around 30 chapters.
Yeah, 30 to 40 chapters.
You still had around 50% or 40% to be done in the month of June.
Yeah, in terms of solving. In terms of solving, yes. It was a critical stage, but somehow I managed it.
Okay. And what was a major challenge you faced in terms of your preparation throughout this entire journey?
Throughout the entire journey, I think the major concern, which if I had to do it again, I would not leave my consistency, because as I mentioned earlier, my consistency did not remain same. So in February, almost 2 weeks went without touching the books. In April, again, the whole month had gone without touching the books, almost. So when I say without touching means I must have read something, but it was not worth and fruitful studies. So that was the thing. So almost 1.5 month went away that way, and I had started late. I had started in Jan itself. I think 26 Jan was the date when I started. That was the first lecture I had attended with you. So it was 26 Jan. So that way also I was late. So that was one very big constraint for me. And it happens so because the lockdown had just ended, you can say, not ended officially, but everything had started opening. So it had happened so that all my family plans or my friends plans with my friends, everything started happening in those days itself. So going out and weekends, I had taken your live classes for weekends, but I could not manage it, and I somehow had missed a lot of lectures, live lectures. I used to see recorded lectures when I used to get time, because what happened was weekends was somewhere where some or the other work used to come in personal space. Yeah.
And in terms of weekday also, being a working professional, you have to dedicate time. Your timing might not match and like that. So
so
that is a major problem.
And that was a very major problem, because working timings in work from home during so officially we have a timing 9 hours time, but unofficially there's no timing. So we used to start early, we used to finish late, everything, anytime they could call us, and we had to work. So
this is primarily a lot of college students, they don't understand that they have the luxury of time to clear the exam. Yes, because this information that this exam is there and we can go for the exam in their colleges right now, a lot of college students are getting that. So if they utilize it in a proper way, they will not have to face the problem that I have to work also, I have to study also. There's no social life.
Very true.
That problem
because
definitely
I've
was
faced these things. Because what happens is once you start
there.
take up something, you start reading, and in between you get a call that okay, now there's this report you have to fetch and send. So it becomes like you don't have that continuity in reading also, because of
Right.
any calls you have to attend because it's work timing.
Right. And in terms of solving of the question bank, when you were solving it, were you solving it properly, giving time? In the sense, suppose it's 10
Yes.
questions to 20 minutes, that way.
Yes. So, sir, I used to normally take your question bank, which is in the computer-based format only.
Hmm.
So, because of that, what I used to do is I used to take up time, and once I sit for the test, I used to
Mhm.
complete the whole test, so that I also understand that which questions I am spending more time and which questions were kind of handleable, which I could manage in within minutes. So I know that those concepts are strong enough for me that I
Hmm.
could manage a few of those questions very quickly.
Right.
So
Right.
I could also know my strengths. So that was mainly, so normally we say that it is, you have to see time, so you will know which
Hmm.
concepts you do not know. But it also helps us know your strength, because once you
That's a
know
very
your
good point.
strengths, while during the exam, you know, okay, now this
Hmm.
concept I know, I am sure I'll first quickly finish those concepts. So
Right.
it
Right.
also helps there.
So where exactly you have speed in terms of content,
Yes.
and you can pick it up first in your solving of the quiz. Now, when you were solving, what was the average score that you were getting? Was it 90% that you were scoring, or 60%, 70%? What was that?
So I think, sir, it was around it varies. Book one was very bad. It was around, say, sometimes 40-50% also.
Okay.
So it was way less than that also. Sometimes I don't want to say about that,
Okay.
but yeah. So yeah, I had to do a lot of work over there. I had to
Uh-huh.
give in time over there. But in book two, if you see, it was always normally around 90s, 90
Hmm.
percentage normally.
Book two
So
was
book
good.
two
Okay.
was my strength somewhere, and book three also it used to vary between 70 to 80% for sure.
Okay.
So book four again was tricky. So it used to be sometimes 60, sometimes 70, 80.
So when suppose you solved a quiz and you realize that there is out of 10 you could not solve 4 questions. So what were you doing for those 4 questions?
So normally, so my pattern used to be I used to take a test, and once the test is completed,
Mhm.
during the test, what I used to do, because it was computer based and I couldn't make different markings. So I had a habit of making different markings. Like if I
Hmm.
do not understand the question at all, I used to mark a skull, kind of a small symbol,
Got it.
or I used to just put a X. And if
Hmm.
I if it is long time, I have a like markings, so I
Hmm.
couldn't do that. So what I used to do in computer based is just two options. If I know, I do not mark it. If I am guessing, then also I put a flag, and if I don't
Right.
know, then also I put a flag. So in both the cases, I have flagged the question. So after the test is completed, I used to go through these questions, and I used to understand, I used to go through each and every question. So officially I gave the test twice, you can say,
Okay.
because
Okay.
it took more time in analyzing actually. So when second time I went through the questions, the ones which I knew and came correct was okay.
Hmm.
Ones which I thought I knew and still went wrong, is I
Right.
had to see somewhere I made some mistake, some concept mistake or something which I thought I knew, but I knew it completely wrong,
Got it.
misunderstood it,
Got it.
such things. So that way I used to analyze for the correct ones. For the wrong
And
ones,
sorry to interrupt. So primarily, in terms of, because see, you like you said, by the end of May, you had around a lot of questions pending. So what was June month for you? Was it very hectic?
yes, it was very hectic,
Okay.
and I had good support from my family also, because it happened so because I was stressed at work, and with I had paid so much for the fees of FRM, and I just
Hmm.
wanted to clear it, because for based on the FRM, I had a future plan.
Right.
So I just was under a lot of pressure, and my family supported me a lot in those
Right.
days. So it was a pressureful time, but luckily, what I had done is my major book two and book 3 had been completed till June. June was somewhere where I had to complete book 4 half and book 1 major part.
Yes, right. Because lot of students
So
actually they face problems in book 2 and book 4 primarily. Lot of
right,
students, but
right,
book 2 was good for you. Now,
yeah.
by the end of June, what was your status?
Uh, by the end of June, I had completed all the video lectures for sure for all the chapters. So I
Mhm.
remember time series, I had seen your lectures and somehow I just could not get any head into of it.
Okay,
So
okay.
I had to, what I did is I knew that I'm going to leave that topic for option. Like I'm not
Mhm.
going to do much of, put much of efforts.
Right.
But what I wanted is before I just leave it aside and I do not solve the questions about for time series because I did not have much time left. So so what I had done is I had kind of for that one chapter particularly I remember very well because I had gone and done a lot of YouTube research. So there
Hmm.
was one night where I was very tired, so I was not in shape of studying of for anything. So what I did, I just went to YouTube, and as we just watched some series, I started watching videos for time series,
Okay, so it basically helped
random
you.
tutors.
It
Yeah.
basically helped you in
So at
preparation.
least I
And
had some concepts retained in my memory because I was just watching it rightly. I was not even taking that much stress ki, acha, I have to note down the concept or anything. I was
hmm.
just watching it chalo, as a
and
serial.
and in terms of the other chapters, primarily all the other books, you were done with the solving, you were done with reading properly. Then
Yes, I think around June, say 20th or 25th June, that was the max. That was the high time for me, and I had before that I've completed everything.
and then from 1st of July, your exam was on which date primarily?
14th
So
July.
you started solving. What were you doing after that from 1st of July?
Yeah, so first when I completed on 25th June somewhere,
Hmm.
I started, firstly I started going through the books which I had completed a long back. That is book
Right.
2 for sure. And then all the concepts which I had completed long back. So I
Hmm.
just went through those and I started giving more tests about this only. So there was
Right.
section tests and there were topic tests which you had. So
Hmm.
topic wise test were section test I could not manage for all 4 books. I just had managed for book 3 and book 4. Yeah. Book 3 and book
Okay.
4, I had taken section test. For the
Hmm.
other 2, I couldn't manage because of time constraints. So what I had done is topic wise test I had taken. So by
Hmm.
revision, I had done topic wise. So the way you have given in the timetable also the
Bucketing and
chunks
all.
which you have made
Right.
for the related topics, that also helped because once you start that one topic and you complete the whole chunk, you know a lot of things are repeated or dependent on each other.
Hmm.
So the whole chunk to study together becomes a very important thing, I think. Yes.
Right. 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 And then how many mocks did you solve?
I had solved, so seriously, I had given 4 hours come one mock,
Okay.
serious 4 hours at a stretch, one mock, which was your computer-based mock.
Hmm.
And in that, I had scored around 56.
Okay.
And
Okay.
yeah. And then I had solved few two GALP sample papers. That
Hmm.
was just paper based, so I had not timed myself. I had solved the whole thing,
Okay.
and one extra mock from your series only, but not timed. I had done it just gone
Going
through
through
the
the questions.
questions and answers. Yes, so that way I
Okay.
have done four
Four mocks,
mocks.
around four
Yes.
mocks. Now, when you went for the exam on that day, what happened? How was your that 4 hours?
Yeah, so it was. I, I had gone with a very calm mind. I had just because my preparation, as you can see from the whole discussion, also was very rushed at the end. So it
Hmm.
was because it was not. I knew that I could have done better in terms of preparation.
Right.
So I had just made up my mind on one thing that I have to be calm. What is going to happen is going to happen. Now there's no turning back.
Right.
So I went with a calm mind. I started my exam and I started solving calmly. Luckily, at least because I was conceptually clear for the topics. So that was
Okay.
one point which I had done that may, even though it was taking extra time to clear concepts maybe, but because I was conceptually clear, what I could see is at least questions I could relate. There was no single question which I felt, acha ye topic kahan se aa gaya? Yeah, what is
Okay.
this topic?
Okay. Okay.
At least I knew head and toe of each topic. Maybe I must have left like time series I've left, but I knew exactly usme kya terminologies
So you
are
were
coming.
able to solve the 100 questions in 4 hours properly?
Time was not a constraint, it was done. So I remember around 2.5 hours, I had solved almost around 75 to 80 questions.
Oh.
And yeah, 2.5 hours, yeah, they were flagged also in these few that. So what I normally do is, if I know that I am 70% sure about this, what I do is I eliminate the options and mark at least one and go ahead. I do not keep it blank. I'll flag it, but eliminate and mark. So I don't, if at all the situation happens that at the end I don't have time, at least I know I have marked something logical.
Got it.
So that way I had done these 80.
Okay. And then in the rest
the 20s were, yeah, and the 20 was something which were very difficult for me, or very long time consuming questions, because of the practice I knew that this topic is always time consuming for me, so I will not do it right now. So there was such 20 which I completed in next 1 hour. So in the last half an hour, I just revisited the flagged ones.
Okay. Now in terms of 100 questions, how many theories questions were there? How many calculation driven questions were there?
So in my paper, I could see that almost 34 questions were sums. So when I say sums, there are times when it is a sum, and then at the end it is a little of theory question also. Like options there are some option in theory.
But
and
out of that 34, how many were easy for you?
I don't remember much like this.
On an average,
I don't know. On an average, I think from the 34, I think 25 for sure were easy, because sums have been kind of easy. At least once you have solved and you get an answer which is there in the option, then you are very confident that this is going to be correct, because you got the answer in the option.
Got it.
So that way it was comforting. I always think that sums are always comforting for me.
And what about theory? The 66 questions, 67 questions.
Yeah, so these theories, there were few very interesting theories. So I really liked it. Okay, the concept wise, it was good. So while doing practically, you had to implement the concepts. It was not just theory, just like what we have in the school times and college times, but it was something where you have to apply the concepts. So it was very fun, I would say. But yeah, it was, yeah, there were few where I had just ABC mark anything.
And how many were those questions where you could not understood or could not decide on?
If I remember correctly, it was around 15, 16, which I remember that I did not even try. I was like, I am done. I'll just mark anything, because it happens so that we know that you have done everything else, and these are some questions which logically I just feel this A is correct, so I'll go ahead. I won't.
You did a calculated guess primarily.
Yes.
Okay. Now, when you completed, you submitted the exam. What was the thought that how much I will get, or how much I have done right?
Yeah, so based on the test which I had taken, and the confidence level after solving the paper, it was good. So I had a thing that it will be around 50-55 for sure. But then when I wanted it to be more, because like I was happy with what performance I had given. And then as you had mentioned that we can see some score.
Yes.
So first that usually on the first screen itself we cannot see the score, so we have to go somewhere else. So I was searching for that, and when I was not getting, I I skipped a beat. So I just thought that it must be that only good scores are being shown.
Okay.
So I'm like, I can't say I have screwed up something
Okay.
over here. But then I got a score and it was decent. It was 69 score. So
Very
I
good. It was a
was,
very good score. And
yes.
by looking at that, we were sure that most you're done, almost clear. That
Yeah,
was
mostly it was a positive sign.
yes,
But
yes,
did not want to be very confident on that because we were not sure what the scores are telling us.
right.
So I
Right.
just knew there are high chances that I'll pass, but let's not just be overconfident on it.
Right. Now, when you got the result, and what has been the response of people, especially your colleagues or your team members or your friends who are in the industry? What has been their response for that?
Yeah. So everyone, friends and family, of course, they were very happy because they also knew how much pressure I was in while preparing for the exam and how much time I could not give into my exam because of my other commitments. So they were very happy. And when they also came to know that it is all one quartile, they were
Yes.
more happy knowing that I managed it with this hectic schedule and everything.
Right.
So they were obviously motivated and they were very happy for me. And even in my colleagues, with my colleagues and everyone, it was always a positive review. And they like my manager, when I spoke to my manager that I've cleared this, he literally told me that that's a very good thing, and you should start preparing for the second part because this certification will really help you in the
Right.
industry.
Right, right, right. Perfect. Now, if somebody, any student who is preparing for the next exam, he comes to you and asks for top 3 tips, then how should I prepare? What would be that 3 tips from your side?
Um, 3 tips. So, firstly, be consistent.
Okay.
So, even if you don't get much time, at least do something of reading every day.
Mm-hmm.
Secondly, I would say conceptually you have to be very strong. So
Okay.
you may not find more time in solving. You should actually find time, but if at all time restriction is there, but your concept wise you should be clear. If you cannot understand, you have a lot of resources. You have your free internet, free Google. So
Right.
you have these resources, utilize those, because I remember, and if speaking for myself, I'm a person who may get very silly doubt also. So,
Right.
and if my doubts are not properly cleared, I get stuck. So I used to always make use of the free resources. I used to Google these questions
Right.
which I had, because if it may be very basic, but I need to get it clear. Otherwise, I just feel that I don't know the whole topic.
Right.
So I used to do that. So conceptually be clear, keep asking questions. So you will know if you are conceptually clear only if you keep asking questions.
Got it.
So
Got
that
it.
is the conceptually clear. And the third and the last one is, whenever you're going through the questions, just don't solve it once. You have to revise it when you are nearing your exam. Just if you have solved all your questions once and you just go for without revision, it won't make sense. You have to go to revise these questions and see where you had made mistakes. So then
Got
you
it.
will remember, okay, this question I made this mistake for so and so reason. So these reasons you have to remember. So you have to always revise questions with the concepts revision. Usse zyada bhi nearing the exam, you revise the questions.
Got it. Got it. Got it. Perfect. Wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you, Ishita. I mean, this conversation is definitely going to help to all the students who are going to go for the exam. They would look at this, they would get inspiration primarily. Working professionals would definitely get inspiration. And your journey primarily, because you had a lot of ups and downs. You mentioned about it. You were not 100% completed by the end of May. Primarily, you had that heavy June month. You focused, you made sure that you clear. So those things definitely will motivate people to go for the exam in a better way and plan it in a structured way. And definitely this is going to be wonderful for the audience, for the community. And thank you very much for taking out time and contributing towards the community, helping the juniors who are going to go for the exam in the near future. Thank you very much.
Pleasure's all mine, sir.
Thank you.